Benjamin Roseland was born on the 24th of November 1988. At the time of his disappearance, he was 19 years old and resided with his parents. Ben was a student at Clinton Community College. He had been in a car accident the previous winter and sustained injuries including a fractured skull. The car accident also left him with a vertical scar extending from his lower lip to his chin, a scar on the right-hand side of his mouth, and a scar on the left-hand side of his nose and on his chest's upper left side. He had missed some school as a result. Another person was injured in the accident, and Roseland was charged with driving on a suspended licence and failure to stop within a safe distance. Roseland's loved ones stated he was remorseful over his role in the accident. The crash changed Ben's life and perspective, and he was still dealing with the consequences when he disappeared. According to Helen Roseland, Ben's sister, her brother had a trial pending, and he wrote about how he planned to get a lesser sentence and how to resolve the case. He had put $5,000 down as his lawyer retainer for his trial. Ben was said to be nervous for the outcome, but he didn't want a long-term felony on his record, so he was going the long-term legal route, making sure he was protecting himself. Around 10:30 p.m. on Saturday, February the 9th, 2008, Ben left a friend's house in the 400 block of 10th Avenue South in Clinton to walk a few blocks to a Hy-Vee grocery store located in the 900 block of South 4th Street. The 19-year-old never made it to the store. Ben took none of his personal belongings with him when he left to make the quick journey. When Ben failed to return, his family became concerned. It was uncharacteristic of him to leave without warning. Although the family did what they could to make sure people knew that Ben was missing, it would take 3 weeks before the Clinton Police Department would finally launch an investigation into his disappearance. A large group of volunteers searched the area east and south near where Ben disappeared. A shoe was located in a vacant yard at the corner of 13th Avenue South and 3rd Street, and a short time later his other shoe was found sitting on top of a snowbank on the street's east side. Ben's mother indicated Ben wore a pair of shoes similar to the make, style, colour and shoe size of those found. This information launched a more intensive search in the area east of 13th Avenue South and 3rd Street and involved officers from the Clinton Police Department, the Clinton County Sheriff's Office, the Iowa State Patrol and the Clinton Fire Department. In addition, the K-9 Search and Rescue Team was activated to assist in the search, and ADM Security also assisted in the search of their property. The Med-Force Aero medical helicopter pilot, assisted by a Clinton police officer as spotter, flew over the area where Ben was last seen. Investigators interviewed Ben's relatives and friends and determined that no one had heard from him since the night he left to walk to the store. They obtained surveillance video from the Hy-Vee grocery store and combed through it, hoping to see if Ben had been with anyone when he went there. After going over the video from inside the store and outside in the parking lot, they realised that Ben had never made it to the Hy-Vee that night. There had been no activity on Roseland's cell phone or bank account since the night he went missing, and no additional information was found from the searches. On April the 5th, Ben's friends and relatives held a candlelight vigil to remind the public he was still missing and to pray for his safe return. Numerous rumours have circulated around Clinton. One of these, that deeply concerned his family, was that Ben was killed and his body left in an abandoned house in South Clinton. There were dozens of vacant homes in the area. Police searched numerous properties to look for Ben, but nothing was found. The teen's loved ones stated he was remorseful over his role in the accident and would not have fled to avoid charges against him. He didn't own a car, but left behind a significant amount of money in his bank account. He'd been saving since the age of 8 and hoped to put a down payment on a house, but had already paid $5,000 to an attorney for representation. Roseland's family said he would not just walk away from his loved ones. In the years that have passed since Ben's disappearance, there were several more searches, mostly using cadaver dogs. No trace of him has ever been found. Detectives have only received a few new tips in the years since Ben disappeared, and although they carefully followed up on each one, they were unable to develop any further leads in the case. It still doesn't make any sense to his family. 14 years later, the answer isn't any closer than it was in 2008. If he didn't go to the Hy-Vee, then where did Roseland go and why? And why was Ben's shoes found just blocks away?